What's up, y'all? I know it's been a minute since I vlogged. Um, I want to have a real moment of transparency, and let you guys know I've been dealing with fibroids. Those of you who know, I had fibroids before and I had them removed. I did a myomectomy almost 7 years ago, and they are back. And this time they are back and they are worse than before. Um, it causes extreme fatigue. Um, I be so tired. I be in pain a lot, heavy bleeding and all type of things like that. I just hate it so much because I can't really be myself and live my normal life. You know what I'm saying? It affects so much of my day to day. It's so draining. It's like so draining. It takes a lot of my energy away. And I'm not able to, be as social as I would like and do things that I would like to do. When I found out that they were back, it wasn't until recently I found out that how many I had and how big, big they were. And it's just been causing so much pain, and I just be so tired. On top of that, it causes you to have low iron because you're losing all of this blood and stuff like that. So it's just a lot dealing with this foolishness. I just hate it for us. I tried changing my eating habits recently, taking a lot of things that I used to eat out of my diet in hopes that that would change and make me feel a whole lot better. It's been doing, a little better since I've done that. I can't even work out like I would normally do. We have Way No More Studios. We own a gym, and I've been walking. I stay consistent with my walking and hiking and stuff like that, so I can have some form of staying active. But I like to go to the gym. Like, I have a gym as a business, but it's so painful. Like, my stomach be hurting so bad because now it's at the point where I can feel and see. Like, I can feel my fibroids through my skin, and it's like, in my stomach where they sit, and it's so annoying, like the bloatedness when you put on your clothes and you just don't feel like yourself. I do have plans to research some different options, for that instead of doing another myomectomy because I really don't want to do that again. Like, I don't want to go through that. It's almost like having a baby again, and I've been cut lots of scar tissue and different things like that, so I'm trying to avoid that procedure. So I'm looking into shrinking them this time, or trying some type of different procedure this go around. So I've been going back and forth, with my doctor, running tests and different things like that to see what is good for me, like what I'm a candidate for. But yeah, that's what I've been dealing with. All right, y'all, I made it to my appointment. I'm here. As you can see, I'm getting ready to see the doctor and see if he have any openings around the time I was scheduled to have my other UFE procedure. So ask him some questions, fill him out. His reviews is really good. He came highly recommended, and I'm excited. I want to ask some questions about, just fibroids in general and the downtime of the UFE procedure and the pain level, the aftercare, and all of those great things. So,
The uterine fibroid embolization is a more modern, minimally invasive way of treating fibroids. You don't have to have surgery. Okay, and the way it works is this is your uterus, fallopian tubes, and ovaries, and your fibroids can be anywhere like this. They can be within the muscle. They can be growing out more like that. Yours are mostly like the ones here in the muscle. Okay, but regardless of how many there are or where they are, they're all supplied by both those arteries. And what I do through a small pencil point puncture in your left wrist I go down to the uterine artery one at a time using contrast and x-rays, okay? From there, I place my catheter at the origin of the uterine artery and eventually emit beads. These beads go in and block off or clog the artery, and all of a sudden the fibroids don't get any blood flow, so they shrink down and die, and that's how you get relief of your symptoms, okay?
Ooh, I just can't even get this over with. Like, I really can't wait. So, do it. So when I decided to do the UFE procedure, back in 2020, like I heard all about it, but at that moment, a lot of my friends and people around me, didn't know anything about it or they wasn't really familiar with it. Fast forward to now, a few of my friends had the procedure and spoke very highly of the procedure, talked about how good they feel afterwards and different things like that. So I was like, listen, I am doing the UFE procedure. Like, I'm gonna, do this procedure, and hopefully this is the end of my fibroid journey.
So how many fibroids did you have previously when you first did the myomectomy?
I had 12 fibroids previously.
And now?
And now I have 22 fibroids. I'm like, what in the world? Like, my face when I saw that, like, how? I thought they were gone. Like, I thought we at least took most of them out. I'm thinking, okay, 3 or 4, but 22 is crazy. Like, that's just, what? I just don't understand the things that women have to go through. But this is something that a lot of us are struggling with in silence, because, people don't really talk about it as often. That's why I've been using my platform, to just shed light on it, talk about it. You are not alone. Like, what methods are you interested in doing? Like, hysterectomy is not the end all be all. Neither is myomectomy. Explore different options or whatever, and that's exactly why I'm here now.
To do the actual treatment, and when the treatment goes in, it goes to that one vein that's feeding the blood supply to the actual fibroids. And then after he goes in and introduces like the treatment for it, it will then cut off that blood supply. So even though there's multiple branches and multiple breaks on that vine, it will go and cut off the blood supply that's feeding all of that. And so all of them are treated the exact same time it starts to shrink.
All right, y'all. The procedure is starting now. For the last hour, they had to wait and get her blood pressure down. Her scary ass, stressing and stuff. So, her blood pressure was high. So, they had to wait to get her blood pressure down. But now it's down. She's cool. So, they just started the procedure. So, next 30, 40 minutes, I'll tap back in and let y'all know how procedure went. What you know is gonna go well.
Uterine fibroid embolization is a minimally invasive procedure. UFE does not remove the uterus or the ovaries. A small incision is made in the leg to gain access to the femoral artery. A long flexible tube called a catheter is then inserted into the femoral artery. Uterine fibroid embolization delivers tiny microspheres to the artery that supplies the fibroids, cutting off the blood flow, causing the fibroids to shrink. The tiny microspheres are injected through the catheter and travel through the blood vessel. Since the microspheres are more than 60 times larger than red blood cells, they plug the tiny vessels that red blood cells travel through to feed the fibroid. The procedure is repeated in the uterine artery on the other side to make sure that all blood supply to the fibroids has been cut off. All fibroids are treated simultaneously. Once the blood supply to the fibroids has been blocked, the fibroids begin to shrink. There is no scar tissue and minimal blood loss with UFE.
Everything went well. Got all the fibroids.
And what I like about the UFE procedure is it's less invasive and the downtime is not as long as like a myomectomy or hysterectomy. I'm still taking it easy. Like I know I did a walk today in my neighborhood, but I just walked like up the street and came back because I've been laying in a bed all week, and I really wanted to get out and get some sun and just do a little light walk. But I feel good. I had this little mark on my arm, like my arm was like purple. It's getting better from where they go in, through my veins. But I could tell you one thing: when I had my myomectomy, I was down for at least about 3 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks. It's just about to hit a week, and I can honestly say I'm not all the way like back to doing my normal routine, but I'm out, as you can see, walking. I feel good. I'm energized, from the blood transfusion, and I'm feeling a lot better. I can't wait to get back to, my day-to-day, how it used to be before the fibroids got really bad, like working out, like, making it more of a lifestyle of me working out without being in pain, and just having the energy to do more stuff like, around my business, like more photo shoots and go to my office and just different things like that. So I'm excited about getting back to me. Good morning. Good morning. I am headed to my 2-week checkup. Headed to see Dr. Sesh, who did my procedure, so I can get my clearance and make sure that everything is okay. But I'm feeling good. I read about the pains that you have afterwards. It's like little cramping, I'm guessing it's from the fibroid shrinking. So after a while, it causes still like the little cramp and little pains, but it's not nothing real severe. It's just, you feel it. Fast forward 2 weeks later, I can actually say I'm feeling good, although I do have those little cramping pains here and there. But if I had to compare it to the myomectomy, because of the cut, it restricts you from a lot. With this procedure, you still can get up, move around, walk, do stuff, not nothing too strenuous or nothing crazy, but you still could get up, move around, and do things without being in pain from a cut. But yeah, I am feeling good. I'm feeling good. And I'm waiting on Dr. to come check me out just to make sure that everything is fine. I'm gonna ask a few questions and it should be real quick, and I'll be up out of here on my way. All right, y'all, I'm all done with my checkup. That was really quick. Like, he looked at me, made sure that everything was okay, asked me questions to make sure that, I'm not having any issues. Went fine. He said that I have to come back in 6 months. He said I can, resume with my normal life. No restrictions. That's the good thing about UFE. It's no major downtime, but, just don't do nothing too crazy, but you good to go. You can resume with your regular life. So I'm back to it.
It's normal to experience cramping and mild discomfort as your body begins to heal. These symptoms are typically well managed with prescribed medications. The first 48 hours are primarily for rest and recovery. You may experience fatigue, which is a common side effect as your body heals. This fatigue is temporary and will gradually lessen. By 2 weeks, many patients are fully engaged in their daily routines, experiencing the positive effects of reduced fibroid symptoms, such as lighter bleeding and decreased pelvic pressure, leading to an improved quality of life. Between 2 and 4 weeks, most individuals feel significantly better. You will start to notice a further reduction in fibroid-related symptoms. By 4 to 6 weeks post-UFE, you should experience a significant increase in energy, with minimal to no fatigue or discomfort. Fibroid symptoms will continue to improve as the fibroids shrink. You should feel comfortable returning to your normal activities.
I have a few friends that had the UFE procedure, and it's been a couple of years, and they still haven't, their fibroids didn't come back yet. So that's a plus. So I just can't wait to see like longevity, like, what happens. But so far so good. I highly recommend it. Shouts out to the USA Fibroid Center again. They was amazing. I actually went to they sent me to the clinic, to the spot where I actually had my procedure done, the USA Fibroid Center. So they did that for me.